Hey, Solo Step rock stars, this is Ryan Tweet. I'm excited to share with you some information about internet marketing and how we can help Solo Step take your business to the next level and bam it. All right, so we're going to go through the website really quickly and I'm going to talk about some changes that we're going to need to make in order to make the internet marketing campaigns more successful. Okay, so from a user standpoint here, the homepage is good. What we would like to do is actually retheme the site, put a new theme on there, and get this homepage so that it has more focus on particular content that you want the traffic to look at. Okay, so what happens right now is there's kind of a split between, well, what's more important? Where do I start at? And then, oh, I see a video. People like videos. It's easy. When I click here, oh, now I'm taking to YouTube. Well, what is this? And with this part, it's like, this is kind of still new for a lot of users. They've never actually been into a profile in YouTube, so they're like, well, what is this? What do I click on? And all of a sudden they click on this, and then all of a sudden there's an ad about something else over here. They're just not sure what to do, and they get distracted. So what I would propose us doing is let's re-theme the website. Let's put a theme on there that has a slider that's bigger and that has the play buttons and the videos actually right in there. So we can pause this, play it, and then if we want to go to the next one, we can, or after the video, it'll go to the next one. And then for the testimonials here, we always recommend testimonials. They're powerful, and I like what you guys are doing. But let's get the whole testimonial on there right now. And the latest news, great. But what I want to do is just basically restructure what we already have on here in a more meaningful way, so that it captures exactly who your target market is and communicates to them more effectively. Another quick add-on, what we would need to do is put a contact us form right on the homepage. It's just much more powerful in terms of converting clients and leads to clients, excuse me. Now, in terms of the rest of the content on the site, I like it. I think we would probably maybe want to fit the whole section here. I don't know what's going on. There looks like there should be more code there, but there's not. But just reworking the content till it works effectively is going to be beneficial. I like how this highlights some of your target markets there. I think that is important. I think we should keep doing that down here. Testimonials are great, even better with pictures, even better with videos. And one thing that works really well in video is video speaks louder than words, speaks louder than pictures. And some of the benefits would be greatly expressed in much more of an emotional setting if it was done in video. And I would even propose, let's put a video up on top of here and talk about the benefits and communicate the benefits to your target market, so that they effectively can understand what exactly the benefits are without taking much time reading through. I would even perhaps under the video have little have little links that basically allow, like for a therapist, for example, they click a therapist button right under the video, it'll scroll them automatically down to the therapist. For patient, they can click the patient button and it automatically scrolls them down to the patient. And then the facility, and same thing. Contact us is good. Usually we'll see higher conversion ratios if there's a picture in there. Not the hot headphone chick contact us, but maybe a picture of the team and some patients, and just make it real. It helps build trust, and it helps with creating that emotional connection. Okay, so that's the quick run through on the Solo Step website. We would want to make some changes on. I'd also actually recommend adding some like now buttons, like buttons, share buttons, Google Plus buttons, either on here or down at the bottom of the page. That helps with viral activity. Even putting maybe a heat map into the website to see where users are using the site, how they're scrolling, how they're interacting with the site. And then also we'll be able to compare that to the Google Analytics to see what content's engaging people and what's not. And one thing with the Google Analytics I would recommend let's implement the interest category and the demographics category so that we can see what the interest level are for people. What do they like? Do they love TVs, movies, music? And then can we integrate some of this information into the website so it connects with the TV lovers, because that's the majority of the traffic. How old are they? What are their interests? And that just helps us get a little bit of understanding of what the traffic is like, so we can communicate to them more effectively. All right, so that was a basic run through of the site, and a little quick update on the analytics. There's more to the analytics, but we'll talk about that later another time. Okay, so what we're going to really go through right now is talk about interactive marketing and the success that it can bring to your business. Websites are very interactive, social media is very interactive, and combining all of those into a more meaningful way is extremely powerful for businesses. But it starts with a high converting sales funnel. Now, you guys have some landing pages, some squeeze pages that you're driving traffic to via AdWords that isn't really converting. There's a few reasons for that. One is there's really the traffic isn't quite specific enough in order to bring the results that you guys are really wanting, especially on a landing page with not a lot of content on there. I mean, there's a little bit, but there's not enough to really build an emotional connection with the traffic. Especially when they don't know if their need for your product is that high. And so a lot of times using video can realistically impact the audience faster in a more quick methodology, so that it will allow you to capture those leads and then ultimately turn them into a client. So starting with a high conversion sales funnel, we're going to focus on building trust, curiosity, relief, opportunity, desire on through the website's funnel. And unless we do this, we won't get sales leads, basically. How? So connecting emotionally and providing proof of results, success, potentiality, and opportunity through video, text, and social triggers. Okay, so you guys are doing a pretty good job of that, but let's put them in the right order. And then when. We got to do it immediately and continuously. It's always, we're never done. It's just like fashion. We're always, recreating fashion. All right, so hopefully I got this page adjusted here better for you there. Okay, so then once we move from conversion, we have to talk about feeding that conversion funnel with traffic. It's like the fuel, if you will. Traffic is the fuel that makes your site more meaningful. And without people seeing it, how could anyone ever buy from it? And so where do we want to buy the traffic? Well, there's thousands of sources of traffic online. Not all locations are the same, but finding a pool of hot buying traffic is better than hitting the jackpot. It really is. When based on the budget, success and traffic successes will determine how much we buy traffic. Our analytics will indicate what traffic sources are not doing so well and what are doing great right now. So when we have the data, the tools, and we're able to scale once we start seeing success. So the immediate data provides us almost real-time traffic success indications, so that we can know when to open up the traffic pipe. When we know when to open it up, it's like scaling infinitely. We literally just buy as much traffic as we possibly can at that source. So finding those sweet pools of traffic is like hitting a gold mine. It also makes you feel really, really good. And so scalability is the key takeaway here. Okay, so traffic times conversion percentage or conversion ratio equals success. It's basically a simple equation to a formula that's made trillions of dollars move around the internet. Each variable in the equation is represented by an extremely dynamic and complex relationship, though. Sorry about my Skype there. Okay, so it's reassuring to always know that experienced professional internet marketers are looking out for you and your sales performance even when you're sleeping. So what we do is we have alert systems set up. We have analytics dashboards that we're always monitoring to make sure our clients are getting the most success possible. And so when you reach success, we'll be right there next to you. It's pleasantries like this that make people like us special. Why? Because we love to do this. And so we set it up in a way that we're always looking out for your best interests. So this is what the success flow looks like. I call this the UFO light beam. You kind of got the UFO here, and then you got the light beam. And so, as you see, it's not starts and ends. It actually reciprocates through. It's a cycle. And so we want to send traffic. We want to get that traffic to convert. The stuff that's not converting, we want to analyze it and find the failure points so we can fix the problems. And then the conversion is a success opportunity. So delivery, you're going to get the deliverables to you. That's the light beam. We're going to shoot that over to you so you guys can handle your leads and your sales appropriately. We're going to capture data in autoresponders and email marketing, so we continuously email and communicate with these leads via follow-up series so that we can nurture them into being a client for you. Once they convert into a lead, then we send them right over to you. Follow-up series. And so through that data capture, we're going to create a follow-up series to create opportunity again. And then once that conversion hits as well, we're able to monitor that data to make sure, to see, what other opportunities we might have, what's converting well, that sort of thing. And then once we have that information, you have that laid, that we get that information, we're going to make a response. We're going to try, split testing some of that traffic to see if we can get it converted at a higher percentage. And then we're going to obviously buy more traffic, possibly split test, or just, send it to the conversion funnel. So this is the success flow that we work through in order to continue to get more success. And once we go through this, it builds, it gets bigger, bigger, bigger. So we do this. This is what we're going to be doing for you guys. We're going to do that external optimization. We're going to drive in more traffic to your site. We're going to help convert that traffic faster. We're going to monitor the results, recycle the opportunities, and identify strategic relationships. So there's a lot of relationships out there on the web that we can build with people to essentially get some of their traffic to come to your site. And we want to help you build those relationships so you can continuously grow your business. So this is what we're going to consult with you on and help you do this. We're going to help you identify current resources, leverage current resources, resource building, relationship building, and content generation. So we can't really replace your guys' brains. You guys know your product and your service and your company better than anybody. And so we want to basically take your understanding of this and of your product and mold it so that it works really well with the strategies that we have, and so that the web can understand and see what you guys have to offer in a brilliant fashion. So this is kind of what marketing workflow we'll go through. I know this looks super complicated, and we're going to automate a lot of this process so you don't have to manually do this, and it's kind of done automatically. But the whole product, or the whole concept, is behind content and news. And so what we want to do is have you create a piece of content, multiple times a week. Think of it as like a blog, maybe once a week. And we'll work with you on strategies that you can do this so it's extremely easy, and the work is displaced among many employees. Okay, so once that content is created, it goes through this flow, and what we do is we then optimize this flow so that it spreads the word out online very quickly, and it uses all these social media feeds, all these traffic sources to really create you and build you up as the authority figure in your niche. Okay. And then this is our This is our sales funnel that we'll be working on, and it also uses the it also uses the content strategy as well. So not only will your content strategy work for you, but it's also, we're going to leverage that as well. And so several different things. These are the content pieces, these little gray squares, and then traffic is the orange, and that's where we're going to be buying traffic, getting traffic to come to the site, to read these articles, to move through these articles. And these articles are really, as you see, they have a flow to them. Essentially, we're trying to push them to this webinar about SoloStep for treatment facilities. Okay, so this is where the high conversions are really going to hit. Webinars sell more and convert higher than any other medium online. It's just a fact. It's the truth. And it is over and over and over again. That's why webinars are powerful. Webinars are complicated. There's a specific structure to them, and there's a specific flow that needs to be gone through in order to make them much more effective. Now, without having this, you're just kind of flopping around like a one-winged chicken. It's no good, right? Or a one-winged bird that you can't fly. And so we have the formula, we have the strategies that allow us to use webinars that just convert like mad. And so when we're building value and building trust with this content up here, these gray boxes, when we're building trust and we're pushing people to the webinar to sign up for the webinar and register, they're already trusting us. We're already framing the communication as a way of saying, hey, you can trust us. We're looking out for your best interest. We're trying to help you. We want to help you and your clients and your patients heal faster, better, stronger, and without the scare and the fear of falling. And so this is how we can do it. And so if we're always pushing people to the webinar, then it's going to allow us to effectively communicate that in a way that lowers distractions, lowers people leaving quickly, and it also gives us some analytics to measure too inside the webinar. Okay, and so the beautiful thing about this webinar is that we'll be creating with you. Actually, you're going to be the star of the webinar. I would highly recommend, your top salesperson. I'd also recommend, you know, both male and female in there, maybe even the owner of the company for a little bit. But the beautiful thing with this webinar is we can record this at different times, and we're able to edit this together in a video editing system and then create the webinar. So it has the feeling of live and in real time, but it's not. It's pre-recorded, it's edited so that it's perfect. Now, some people are asking, well, isn't that kind of shady? Well, if we don't lie, then how is that shady? We're just providing a video, a content, a webinar about what you guys have to offer, and we're not going to call it live in real time. That's not the case. We're going to talk about what it is, and we're going to talk about it as being a webinar that's sharing the information and the stories about how Solo Step has transformed millions of people or thousands of people, and how it can help training or treatment facilities like yours heal your patients faster, save your company from loss of revenues because you have to have multiple staffing to help with the facility or treatment of a particular person. So all those benefits, and a lot of these gray boxes, these content boxes, will actually talk about that too. And so we're kind of giving an appetizer with those content sources, and then this is the hook. The webinar is the hook, right? And that's where they already have to register. They already have to put in their name and email address to register for the webinar. So it's a lead information right there for you. And if they sit through the webinar long enough, then hey, they're a high value lead, and then during the webinar we'll put in a drop down box. So if they want to be contacted by a live representative, then they can enter their information, and boom, that's even more of a qualified lead. So through this whole system, even when they register for a webinar, we're collecting that data, put into an autoresponder that we're communicating with. So those leads are already converting, and those leads are converting much easier because it's just signing up for a webinar. It's totally low. It's not going to cost them anything. It's easy, and yeah, it just works extremely well to capture leads, but also sell to the leads too at the same time. And think about this: if they go through the webinar and they sit through it, you don't have to have a salesperson selling. It's already been done. It's one time done, and forever reap the benefits of it. That's how cool it is. So it's saving you guys not only time but money for your salespeople to allow them to work the higher value leads, and then they don't have to sit there wasting their time trying to explain what Solo Step is to everybody. So there's a lot of stuff here. I'll give you this image that you can look through, but this is basically the step-by-step plan of how to use Solo Step's sales funnel to effectively sell more. So it's extremely cool. The other benefit too, webinar versus what you guys are having as a squeeze page, is a lot of times people don't want to be contacted by a salesperson. They don't have enough information yet. They just don't feel comfortable, but they're willing to sign up for a webinar because they can sit behind their computer and watch. So that's pretty sweet. It's going to help you convert the people who don't want to be touched by a salesperson. Okay, and then we'll talk about the affiliate army later. I don't know necessarily if this will work for you guys, but basically what an affiliate army is people selling your products for you. They get a commission for it, and you don't have to pay them until they make a sale or give you a lead. So that's pretty cool. It's made Amazon millions and millions of dollars. They went from a $2 million a year company to a $12 million a year company in 1 year just by implementing affiliate marketing system. And we have code that we can integrate right into your website, and then integrate a shopping cart-like system to help funnel in leads and track where those leads are coming from, and what affiliate sent them, and so forth. So it's pretty sweet. Also helps for if you have employees that are doing internet marketing for you, they can, rather than posting just generic links, they can post their affiliate link, and you can track which employee is doing the best job for you guys. Okay, so the game plan. We did an intake process and organization. I want you guys to basically fill out a couple sheets of paper that we have that are just some basic questions that will help you and us identify the target markets in a much more psychological manner. It's really super simple. And then we're going to move to optimize the site for conversions and SEO. I didn't talk about SEO yet, but that is an extremely powerful thing. and I'll have my business partner explain to you a little bit more about what SEO is and why it's the end game for sales. But as part of the package, we want to optimize your site for both of those, and then install analytics systems and dashboard. You already have Google Analytics on there, but there's a couple things that need to be tweaked, and then you don't have the dashboard that we've designed to help CEOs and directors of companies be able to get an instant viewpoint of what their success is. And then we're also going to create the high conversion sales funnel, which is basically everything leading up to that webinar. And then we'll work with you on consulting on how to write good content that's compelling and drives people towards that sales funnel. So you're going to see here we operate a little bit differently than like a lot of the agencies that are factory agencies, what I call them, in that we work together. So because you guys can do things that we can't, and we can do things that you guys can't, and when we come together, we can bring those things together and be much more powerful. It's not a cookie cutter like system, and internet marketing is not that way, despite what any agency that's going to tell you. There's a reason why these agencies have extremely high turnovers for their customers. It's because they try to do a cookie cutter like business model for each customer, and it doesn't work that way. Okay, and then once that webinar is done, we also create the specific customer press pack. And what that customer press pack is basically lumpy mail is what I call it. And we'll know from those leads who are powerful, and then we'll be able to send them a press pack. That's what another word for it. And it's basically just printouts, information, stuff that we can send to them in the mail, but it's not corporate crap, as what I call it, throwaway corporate crap. It's let's put something in there that catches their attention, like I don't know, a GI Joe leg. I know that might be a little gory, but how about a GI Joe without a leg, and an amputee, and just something that it's like, wow, this really caught my attention. This is what this is about. It encompasses it. You're not gonna miss that, and you're gonna talk about that. So that was just a off the cuff example. Another one would be just a stress ball. Are you stressed out about your current are you stressed out about your current healing system that helps people walk? Tired of having two people manning, or two employees manning a session? Save time, save resources. Check out SoloStep. That is just a quick hook. Okay, and then we'll work on the traffic generation, generating traffic to your site. This is extremely big because remember, traffic times conversion ratio equals success, and so we want to integrate that success for you guys. And then obviously we're going to have to do the follow-up sequences with the email. So let's quick look at traffic sources here, and then I will explain to you how we're going to generate that traffic. So APTA, American Physical Therapy Association, is an amazing website. It's just really well built. They offer marketing on here. They offer places that we can. Where is their information at? Anyways, we can advertise on here. They have blogs. They have podcasts. We can get in there. We can advertise here, right here, right here, right here. Oh, not those. Excuse me. But this is an advertisement that we can put on there. When people hit the different parts of the website, there's different advertisements that we can advertise to. Prices are different depending on which portion we're trying to hit, but SoloStep could be right here. Why not? And this has a list of literally thousands. I think it's like 80,000 physical therapists that are active in this organization. That's pretty cool. I think that's really cool. And contacting them, I think, would be very valuable. We can potentially set up a strategic relationship with them. We can work with them on creating content, maybe do a Skype session with them, and then they can record it and put it on their website and talk about SoloStep. So it's really thinking outside the box that no other agency, cookie cutter factory agency is going to come up with. Because let's face it, guys, I've been doing this for a little over 5 years. My business partner's been doing this for 10. There's so many different ways of generating traffic and building wealth online than just buying AdWords traffic. It's getting to where your clients are and communicating them in the most effective way possible. Okay. and I know everybody knows this, but it's just they try to confuse it because they think, oh, the internet's so complicated, I can't really, I don't know what to do. So every state has their own physical therapy association. North Dakota has one, Iowa has one, blah 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 blah, and they're all part of the American Physical Therapy Association. But these are another examples of creative or strategic relationships that we can work with. Let's contact them. Say, hey guys, we want to do this free webinar with you guys. Webinar, would you be interested in advertising it or talking about it? Sharing it with your members. And some will say yes, some will say no. But especially if you show value and you connect with them on a level, it's like, hey, we're transforming how America is treating their soldiers when they get back, and the ones who have amputees and they need to be able to walk, we are transforming their lives. You got to see this story. How are they going to not see this story? Someone's going to see this and be like, wow, that's emotional. I connected with that. That's powerful stuff. Inside this, the NDPTA, North Dakota Physical Therapy Association, they have events. In April 11th, they're talking about this spring meeting. So, wouldn't it be valuable to, maybe put some, ask them, say, hey, if we send you some flyers and some information about Solo Step, would you consider putting them on the desks of every person that attends the meeting? That's pretty sweet. And then on that, piece of paper, about Solo Step, they can go to a particular web page, and it's a capture form, and they can get more information from them, or whatever we want to do, whatever you think would be the most valuable for you guys at that point. This is just another example of driving traffic. It's offline traffic going to online. Extremely powerful. All right, in my search, I know this is getting long, guys. I'm going to try to shorten this up. But in this search, I found with the apta.org, we can literally get tons and tons of lead information and fitness and wellness and 585B1. So basically, we have access to like the 85,000 people that are in. Like, look at this! Look at this! Oh, this is like the hot spot, right? So we have their name, what they do, their email, their address, their phone number, their fax. So leads are not hard to find. Now, nurturing those leads in the best way possible is where the power is at, right? So let's we can build a little scraper bot that comes in and captures all these. This is just 84 records found, and we just capture all of them into a spreadsheet. We send them an email, and we send them some direct mailer, and we send them give them a call, or we send them a robodialer. We have a robodialer that can burn through 10,000 phone calls in an hour, and basically what it does is it says, we've all got them from politicians, but we can also do it in a way that's not so like, I hate those robodialers, right? We can do it when they're closed and leave a voicemail, and that voicemail is like, hey, this is, this message is for the person in charge of physical therapy. We just wanted to share with you something that was pretty cool, that's near and dear to our heart. It's called the Solo Step, but we're basically healed X amount of people in the United States. This many people, or this many therapists are using it. The federal government and the military are using it, and we've seen amazing results. You got to see the story of these soldiers who came back from Iraq and Afghanistan, and how they literally started walking after they were told they couldn't walk ever again. And you got to see the story. So just go to solostep.com/soldier step or soldier story or something like that, and check it out. So that's just a quick example. There's many more. These are all just off the cuff, guys. Okay, so, and then also, okay, and then there's also, just doing a basic Google search, we can scrape these leads too, and amputee rehabilitation centers, and then obviously subtract the drug and alcohol, because that pulls up a lot of the drug and alcohol rehabilitation. And what it does is just gives us all these lists of potential leads, and so we can build a system that goes in and scrapes for contact information. Finds our contact us page, looks for a phone number, looks for a fax number, maybe an email address, and then it compiles that into a spreadsheet. So then we can then use like an email program to send out emails to them. Email is getting a little bit more expensive than it used to be. Before it was like free, now it's like a couple cents a message, but it still works really well. And the other thing is too, and I didn't get really too deep into this, but Amputee Coalition. This is big. There's 11,000 likes on this, right? So this is people are integrated they love this stuff, and we have tools that can go in and communicate with these people, pull out information. But what's better than this is let's put some advertisements there, you know, and we can get specific, super specific with Facebook advertising, like more specific than you can imagine. And there's no other marketing mechanism out there that allows us to get so specific with our advertisements. So we can get clicks to a website. So we can do Solo Step. We can also do website conversions. I just implement some code on the website really quickly. And then let me show you how deep we can get with these advertisements. So let's just do all the United States. Let's do ages between, I don't know, it's 25 to maybe even 30. I don't know. You guys know your demographics a lot better than me. Let's do no max. And physical therapy. Boom. Now we're charging. Whoa. This is people who like physical therapy. This is their interest. We can do. So like this is just an example. We can. And then we can just get more refined if we want to. Let me see if this. Amputee Coalition of America. Boom. We can advertise that. So now 3 billion. Oh my goodness. Let's just get it down to Sioux Falls, or let's go South Dakota. Now 8,600 people. Okay, so these are ads. These are ads. I'm sorry for taking so much of your guys' time. These are ads that are basically targeting people who have an interest in these. We can get more specific. College grad, physical therapy here. Like let's break this down even more. 9,400 people in the United States. Workplaces. We can target a specific workplace. I think that gets that really specific. Now these are targeting leads, like the people who will buy from you. What's cooler than that? And so we can get into more more specific stuff, but this isn't necessarily, this is more Supercraft laser beam. And let me show you this. 39 cents a click, 70 cents a click. You're not getting that in AdWords. You're getting like $3 a click. So this is why cookie cutter effect machine driven agencies don't work like they are promising. And we pay per click, not pay per ad. Guys, this is powerful stuff. Okay. Let's go to the next. Here, we're in 33 minutes in. We'll try to make this faster. Strategic relationships. Okay. Get some raving fans. Yep. Okay. So strategic relationships. Prosthetic leg manufacturers, physician referral. So the affiliate program I told you about earlier. Wouldn't it be cool if those physical therapy places could refer your product to another physical therapist and they get paid for that? By using the affiliate management program, all they'd have to do is send a particular link, special link, to the person that they want to refer, and it tracks the sale process of that. And so that's really cool because you can now pay these physical therapists to refer your products and services for you and sell it for you. What's better than that, right? And so that's extremely powerful. The client referral, you can pay X amount of dollars to someone who refers your product or services. Same thing as like the physicians, but you also give money to a charity of their choice. So, hey, you refer a physical therapist to us, we'll give you $100, and then another $100 we'll send to a charity of your choice. Now, one of the charities I found I thought would be super sweet. to work with is the Wounded Warriors Project, and it's a nonprofit organization built by this awesome guy named Tyler, and he's a trooper, man. He's a soldier. Oh, this makes me just goosebumps. And he put together the Wounded Warrior Project, and it's just basically helping soldiers who come back from Iraq, Afghanistan, and all soldiers who've been wounded and need help, and nonprofit. So they take money, and what better than supporting our soldiers in other ways than just rehabilitating them, and doing something like this makes your company look really good, and you can get really big press from this. So we put together a campaign like this, and we share it with people on Facebook. So refer physical therapists to us, and we'll give you $100, and then we'll give $100 to a charity of your choice. We recommend the Wounded Warriors because our soldiers need our help, and it's time that we support them because they've been supporting us for so long. And take the time to share this with your friends and family and any physical therapist that you know. Thank you so much. Boom. Okay. So with marketing, guys, it's not everything works. I'm just going to let you know that there's no such thing as 100% success, but we work on something together, and we stay diligent, we stay focused, and we know what our goals are, what we want to achieve. We know what those are, then we'll be able to get closer there and hit those goals. And so I look forward to working with you. I want to provide you guys with the best service possible and create the success for you guys, because I believe in what you're doing. I believe in how you're doing it, and I believe who you're doing it for is valuable to not only the people who are receiving the care, but for the world. And that's important to me. And if you want me to part of this project, I would love to be. If not, I totally understand. We do charge a little bit more money than most agencies, because we give that specialized attention, that specialized care, and our specialized knowledge that no other organization can give, because they're not us. And so, if you want help hitting these 9,000 physical therapists that are in the United States with a targeted advertisement campaign, if you want help getting connected with the APTA, if you want help building relationships with soldiers who are coming back and setting up nonprofit organizations like Tyler here, and getting some more recognition in the media, then by all means, let's work together. Let's get this set up and working for you guys, because I believe in you, and I believe that we can transform the way physical therapy is done across the whole world. And so I look forward to getting this started for you guys, and getting this working. Our upfront fee is going to be $3,000, and that will implement everything that I talked about here. That will we'll put together. We'll get the site fixed, set up right, working correctly. We'll basically start driving some AdWords campaigns and some Facebook campaigns, and and AdWords, when I mean AdWords, I don't necessarily mean search AdWords. I mean like ads on sites. And so like there's blogs talking about physical therapy. There's tons of them actually, and there's people that are going through physical therapy right now that are reading these blogs trying to get inspiration. We can put advertisements in front of them talking about Solo Step and how it's the best way to become rehabilitated. For amputees that are walking, or people who are just trying to, walk better, or they had an injury, that sort of thing. Okay, and so we'll work with you. We'll help with driving more content traffic. We'll help you with the converting traffic. We'll monitor results 24/7. We'll recycle opportunities and identify the strategic relationships so that you guys can focus on what matters most, and that's ultimately making sales. Okay. We'll work with you on identifying the current resources, leveraging current resources, using the resource building strategies that we talked about a little bit ago, and then building those relationships and then content generation. So we'll create some content ourselves, but we'll also help you with that. And ultimately, we're building this success flow mechanism. And so, we want to work with you guys, and we look forward to doing that. And so, what I recommend is, let's get some Facebook ads going right now. Driving to your landing pages. Let's get some, because it's so cheap, and then let's get some. Start building those relationships with Tyler and those other soldiers, so that we can get some stories from them. Let's get a video created for your homepage that just takes up the above the fold, and really grabs the attention of everybody. Like, I'm talking a powerful story that talks about the benefits of Solo Step in a non-corporate way, more of a informational way, and more of like, hey, America, this is what we're doing for our troops. We want to do this for you. All right. And then let's leverage what we're doing and move forward, pushing more traffic, converting more leads. And then also, to go back to the webinar, I'll give you the exact mechanism on how to build the webinar. I'll show you the tools that you'll need in order to record the webinar. If you guys want, I'm sure I can even come up there to Sioux Falls, South Dakota, and sit down with you, and we can record the webinar together in person. We can also do this remotely as well through like Google Hangouts and stuff like that. And then I'll go through and edit the I'll go through and edit the webinar so that it fits the framework of how we want it to be laid out. I'll set up the landing pages for that and building the sales funnel for that. All that is for, simply just a measly $3,000, but you guys are going to need this monitored continuously, and you need this crafted. Like I said, we have to set up the success flow, and so this is a success flow, and I recommend, let's put in a minimum of $2,000 a month in investment in this, and then let's take another $1,000, maybe even a little bit more, to start driving traffic. And the beautiful thing is, let's not look at this as an expense, because let's look at this as an investment. Mainly because everything that we like to do, we do is gives you these resources forever. So if, in the future, if you said, hey, we're just growing too fast, we need to calm down on the marketing, which happens to us a lot. If you need to calm down on the marketing, then we can shut off some of these traffic sources and allow you to catch up, and then we turn on the traffic sources, or the cash sources, and we let them fly again. And so you're getting this built up as an asset, and this asset can be later sold with the business and generate you guys a lot more money. And so with all this together, I would recommend that continued investment, and our goal is to make you guys successful, and to do what we love to do, and help people all across the world. So I look forward to working with you guys. If you have any questions, definitely give me a holler. Let's talk about this and dialogue. Tell me what your thoughts are, how you want to move forward, and let's do this. Thanks so much. Take care.